Kahalo, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahapakakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who do rule well. I am not a member of Great Millstone. However, those are the men who I've learned the truth from, and they are worthy of double honors, laboring day in and day out, some of them longer than I've been alive. So Barakatah to you, brothers. This is to the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. You are the biblical Israelites that the Bible speaks of. To you was the covenant given to, not to all the nations. You were not given the religion of Christianity by Yahweh, Bahasham Yahushua. You were not given Buddhism. You were not, damn sure wasn't given Islam. You were given a covenant of laws, statutes, and commandments. You were given a heritage, a way to live, a way to run your kingdom, a way to take care of the earth, which we fell off. Okay, so the reason for this is because I overheard a discussion at work that it really burned me up that I wasn't going to join in on that because, it's just because work is work. There's a time and a place for everything. But it burned me up so bad that the Lord put the spirit on me to say something about it, via a lesson, because this is more so for the newer folks like myself. I may have just a small level above average understanding of the truth, that is, not of the Bible, but as it were, of the truth as it were, as it's supposed to be, should I say. So, I I did ask him just subtly, like, hey, so what about the Tabernacle of David? What about? I've heard you, what about David? He had nothing. I was like, oh, okay. I don't know much. I just wanted to see if you had an idea of what's going on. Played it slick. He had no idea. Okay, so 2 Samuel is where we're gonna start. The nation. That the king said unto Nathan the prophet, I see now dwell in the house of see. Okay, this is where David was looking to build a house, but okay, boom, 7 and 6. No, not 6. Okay, but here it is: God's covenant or Yahweh's covenant with David. He shall be, his son. He shall build a house of my name, and I will establish the throne of his kingdom forever. So we know as King David died, his son Solomon sat on the throne, and if you can receive it, that was Yahushua. I will be his father, he shall be my son. If he commit iniquity, I will chasten him with the rod of men, and with the stripes of the children of men. And there is no scripture about Solomon, King David's son, who took the throne right after him, or succeeded David, about any of this happening to him. He ruled in peace for 40 years. That was a glimpse of what's to come for us, the nation of Israel. First, starting with the elect, the hopeful elect, the 1/3, because that's who's going to be saved on this side. 7 and 16, and thine house, let's see, but let's go to 15. But my mercy shall not depart away from him, as I took it from Saul, whom I put away before thee. And thine house and thine kingdom shall be established forever before thee. Thy throne shall be established forever. And according to all these words, and according to this vision, so did Nathan speak unto David. And if you look, there are many accounts in the book of Kings. It should be maybe the first. I know for a fact in the book of Second Kings, there were many times where our people have gone off, and the Lord said, "I will not do this or I will not do that for my sake and my servant David's sake." So He kept it. No matter how many times we committed spiritual adultery by worshiping Baal or any other god. Who is there? There's an account. If you look up Ekron, one of the kings consulted another god instead of, Yahweh. So there were many times where in the book of Kings, Second Kings to be exact, where our people have gone off. The king's gone off and caused Israel to sin, and the Lord basically said, "For my sake and my servant David's sake, I will not completely rent the kingdom, but you're going to pay, or your children will pay." All right. So moving on. Let's see. Actually, yeah, I already had it. Oh, man, look, I already had it queued. Okay, so Amos 9 and 11. So if this is going to happen, this is in the future, the kingdom in the days of old, and you can read that. You can read about the many, many battles and exploits. Saul killed his thousands, but David kills his tens of thousands. So the reason why Solomon was able to reign in peace was because through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, King David was able to conquer these nations. Okay? In that day, Amos 9:11. In that day, I will raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen, and close up the breaches thereof. And I will raise up his ruins, and will build it as in the days of old, that they may possess the remnant of Edom, and all of the heathen which are called by my name, saith Yahweh that doeth this. Okay? All right. So, actually, that was something I wanted to look up in Ezekiel. So I'm just going to keep getting precepts, and hopefully you can. Oh, I already did it. That's what I wanted. I think. Take notes of these, look at it, study it on your own time. I just want to hit quick points and keep it moving. So this is our heritage for us. And if we're going to be restored as in the days of old, we got to take a look at what the days of old were. And David made tribute of Ammon, Moab, Edom, of course. I think at that point Amalek had their own land, which is the chief tribe of Edom, where he set up garrisons there in Edom also. But let's read this. 34 and 20, Ezekiel 34 and 23. I will set up one shepherd over them, and he shall feed them. Even my servant David, he shall feed them, and he shall be their shepherd. Now, if we scroll to the top of this, this is the restoration of evil. This is the restoration of Israel. Okay? And we mosey on down to 23, and it's talking about his servant David shall feed them. But there's more meat in here. Deliver them out of the. Oh, okay, here we go. And Ezekiel 34 and 27. And the tree of the field shall yield her fruit, and the earth shall yield her increase, and they shall be safe in their land. They, meaning us, their land that's possessive, ours, and shall know that I am the Lord, or I am Yahweh, when I have broken the bands of their yokes and delivered them out of the hand of those that serve themselves of them. And who are the people that serve themselves of us? Let me read down to 28 real quick and we'll get that. Psalms 83. And 34 and 28 Ezekiel. And they shall no more be a prey to the heathen, neither shall the beast of the land devour them, but they shall dwell safely, and none shall make them afraid. And this is the end time prophecy of what it will be like in our land, which is also a cut to those people who are over there now who are getting bombed left and right. Okay? They're certainly afraid, and if they'd be foolish not to be. Psalms 83. Who are we being delivered from? Salakia for the latency. It's going to take a little bit. Song of Asaph. Keep not thou silence, O God. Hold not thy peace. Be not still, O God. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. What's a tumult? I mean, we can use context clues to see what a tumult is, but let's just pull it out for the sake of learning. H1993, Mah. And I don't know if that's the proper way to say it in Hebrew, if that's that Yiddish crap that they have put in here. Nevertheless, to growl, to murmur, to roar, to be in stir, to be in commotion, boisterous. And that's why it says they've lifted up the head, so they've acted proudly. Okay, you can click that primitive root if you want. I know my computer will take a long time to get back to the verse we need to if I stay on this too long. Okay. The primitive root. Discomfort. To be in a stir. Okay, same. Okay. Lord's will, I can make it back to where we need to get to. Come on. You can do it. Okay, so this is in the following up from Ezekiel 34 and 28, where we will not, being delivered from the heathen. Oh, too far. Okay, here we go. Nope, we at. For lo, make a tumult, and they hate thee and have lifted up the head. Verse 3, Psalms 83 and 3. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, Come, let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent, and they are confederate against thee. So here is the list of the heathen that we gonna be delivered from, and that's just the start. Okay, so 83 and 6, the tabernacle of Edom. That's all of Edom, because that's the chief enemy. Started, because between Jacob and Esau, and the Ishmaelites of Moab, and the Hagarenes, Gebal, and Ammon, and Amalek. Amalek is the chief tabernacle of Edom. The Philistines with the inhabitants of Tyre. Assur is also joined with them. They have holpen the children of Lot, Selah. Do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Jabin, at the brook of Kishon. So that's an interesting story. Look that up on your own. I'm pretty sure that's in the book of. No, I don't want to say. Just look this up on your own time. What happened? Okay. But I'm going to keep moving. So I want to go to an argument that might come about, because this is based on Christian arguments, because these are the same things I've heard over and over come out, and over. We can disband this. 1 King. I think it's 16. This is going to be about the Sumerian. Because, in the book of John, John 4 and 4 is the story of the Sumerian woman. And they think that, oh, you since the Lord blessed her, that, you know, in the new quote unquote testament, that heathens can make it. Uh-oh, hold on. I need 1 King. But that is simply not the case. So, a backstory on why the quote unquote Sumerian, or the Samaritan woman, was there in the first place. Because she was a foreigner, okay? So, the backstory on this: once Solomon went off, the kingdom was split in two. One son ruled for the northern kingdom, which was the 10 tribes, or the nine or 10 tribes, and then the other son ruled, or another king ruled in the southern kingdom, which was Benjamin, Judah, and Levi, who are consist of the southern kingdom. So the southern kingdom took and ruled in Jerusalem. The northern kingdom reigned, the capital, or that's where they reigned from, was in Samaria. Okay, 1 Kings 16 and 29. And in 38th year of Asa, king of Judah, began Ahab, the son of Omri, to reign. And Omri set this up. So Ahab's father Omri set this up to reign over Israel, and Ahab the son of Omri reigned over Israel in Samaria 22 years. So this was set up in around 880 BC, or before Common Era, or before, I don't like the C word, Christ, so before Hamashiach, right? This is 880 years prior to. Samaria fell to the Assyrian Empire roughly 160-ish years later. You can do your own research on that. And the Assyrian was one of the empires that was spoken of in Daniel chapter 7, Assyria falling to Babylon, Babylon falling to the Medio-Persian, Medio-Persian falling to the Greeks, moving on to the Romans. So that was the first major empire. Okay, so Israelites were in Samaria, and these were foreigners. It would be just like if the Lord came back here today and we were not in the end times, we were in this time, but the Lord came back here today and one of us came and was like, bless me, even me. I don't have the loaf of bread I can't give you, and or I don't have a loaf of bread I can give you, or whatever the case may be, and the Lord just is like, give it to me and you'll be blessed. Just trust me. And you don't know why, but we are Israelite foreigners here, following the customs of the heathen, losing our heritage and following heathen customs. So by blood they are Israelites, but in the outward appearance they have taken on the customs of the nation that they were in. I'm gonna get one more. Hold on. I happened to stumble upon this last night or the night before, which is why in the New Testament, come on now, Peter, an apostle of Yahushua HaMashiach, to the strangers scattered throughout Pontus, Galatia, Cappadocia, Asia, and Bithynia. Okay, let's look up stranger. These are Israelite foreigners who have lost their heritage. Okay, and this is just one instant because as you know, you can look and see that there are many different. Actually, I'll probably just get it. One who come from a foreign country into the city they reside, a stranger, sojourner, a foreigner. Okay, what's the root? Come on. I don't know. It's funny because when I looked it up the other day, come on now, it said, hold on, we gonna get this. Salaki again for this slow computer. Did I tap that one or did I mean to tap this one? We gonna see. Hold on. My goodness. Okay. No, that wasn't it. But the point I'm trying to make is that you can go in here and type in scattered, and every time you see it, it's about are people being scattered to the four corners of the earth or something to those lines. Okay, to be present among one's people. And you know what's funny? When I first looked this up, it said um, scattered from the people of the nation of Israel, but now it's changed. So it seems like every time I find something and bring it out, or anybody finds something about the truth and bring it out, they suddenly come in here and they change it. Okay, but let's just, man, I can't believe that. Okay, but I ain't gonna let that throw me off the game. It's not a big deal. Hmm. Okay. Yeah. This will be the last thing I do right here, because I don't know why this thing is moving so slow, even slower than usual. I just want to provide an example, and that's if I can get it to go. Mm, okay. Well, on your own time, type in scattered and see how many times it says to scattered abroad. Look at that. Oh, wait, no, that's not it. Hold on, not Genesis. Okay, then the Lord thy God will turn thy captivity and have compassion upon thee and return thee from all the nations whither Yahweh thy power have scattered thee. So if you just go and type in scattered, you're gonna see. So anytime where it seems like a heathen was was blessed or given some sort of anything to resembling what would be the children of Israel would receive, you're gonna see it's because we were scattered throughout the nations. Actually, hold on. I got one more. Three more. I already got them pulled up. Let's close this out. So this is why I got so upset, and I get upset with that slave mentality Christians where you think you can, that everybody's going to make it. So that would void out all the sacrifices that our ancestors have made to keep the law. Um, Everything that went on, the people that died, who wanted to stay, to abstain from the things that the heathens were doing, the many of the captivities where we couldn't even be who we were supposed to be. We had to practice in secret. So all of that is made void, right? And everything that Esau and all these other nations have done to us, that's made void. So we go off and get put into captivity. But whatever they do doesn't matter. We just all die and go to heaven and be friends in the first place. I mean, be friends in the end. That doesn't make sense. The Lord hates a false balance. That is an abomination. That's a scripture you can look up. Okay? Matthew 7 and 6. Because I'm running out of time. Give not that which is holy unto the dogs, neither cast ye your pearls before swine, lest they trample them under their feet, and turn again to rend you. Now, this is applicable to what I just said, because what is holy is you, granted you followed the law, statutes, and commandments. Cast your pearls before swine. Your pearls is this heritage. The things that are promised to us if we do as we were instructed. Precepted at Deuteronomy 7 and 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth. I would like to click the tools, but we'll be sitting here all day trying to get this thing to work. So write these down, look up the meaning of the words, compare them. Okay? Lastly, so Matthew 7 and 6, Deuteronomy 7 and 6. That's beautiful. So that's easy to remember. And then the third precept to that will be Baruch 4 and 3. Come on. Give not thine honor to another, nor the things that are profitable unto thee to a strange nation. And giving the things that are profitable unto us to a strange nation is exactly what Christianity, the doctrine, the dogma of Christianity, that is what it does when you accept that false doctrine. It is a lie. Okay? So that's all I wanted to get. Hopefully you were edified. And to the next time, Shalom.